Okay guys, this is it. The last good day in the forecast. They're predicting us to get a bunch of snow, and this could be covered in one day. This is actually really lucky that Idaho hasn't had any snow until now. We've had little tiny skiffs that didn't stay, but this is unheard of. Idaho usually has a lot of snow, and it usually starts around Halloween. But we're gonna make good use of this day. Let's go check on some animals. Maverick! Come here. Good boy. Good boy, Maverick. Hi, boys. These guys are super stinky, but they're super gorgeous. All right, this cute little redhead buck, he's actually been sold to my friend. She's just finishing a pin up for him and putting that together so she can come get him probably this week. And then this white buck, so we can actually use him to breed 2 of our girls, but not all 4. He is the half brother to one of the goats, and he's the son of the other goat, but the other 2 are like, we actually calculated it. It's a great aunt once removed, and so they only share like 0.7 of their DNA. So we're gonna use him over those 2 girls. So that's Lagatha and Freya, because he comes from Lucy's line, and so he's Fiona's buckling from this year. And the reason we're gonna breed him back to Lagatha and Freya have good body structure, but they aren't as thick in like the shoulders and hips. And so we're gonna try to see what breeding them back to this buck will do for their kids. I'm thinking hopefully we can add their nice long legs and long structure with his thick conformation. And that is the reason why we kept him, but we won't be keeping him forever. I do have someone interested in him, and so as soon as we're done breeding kids with him, he will be going to a new farm. And then as far as the other 2 goats that are related too closely to either of these boys, I have to figure out something, because the buck we normally rent and bring in, he's related to one of them. It's his full daughter. So yeah, we're deep into the rut. It is breeding season. We usually breed the week of Thanksgiving, and we have bred the week of Thanksgiving in the past. The craziness of trying to track down another buck for 2 goats is going to be interesting. So I think what I'm going to do is when my friend picks up her buckling over here, then I will just put the 2 goats that I can breed with my white buck Jethro. I'll put Freya and Lagatha over here, and then he can breed those 2 girls, and then hopefully it won't be too long of an interval between, and then we can get another buck to breed the other 2 girls, and then go from there. Okay, let's go see the ladies, the ones these guys are super interested in all the time. So also in preparation for breeding season, We do what's called nutritionally flushing. So let me sneak through this gate. We flush our goats. So about a month before we intend to breed, at least a week more is better. But we did 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks last time, and that actually has worked for us. The years that we have done the nutritional flushing, we've had more doubles and triples and quads even. And then the years that we didn't really worry about it, we just had singles and doubles. So let's see these girls. And Maverick is gonna play with them. So you can probably tell too, I can tell just because I know what they look like in the summer, but they have their nice thick winter coats on right now. This is just, they grow that nice thick insulation for winter that insulates them from the cold. They're real well equipped to handle our weather here, just as long as they stay out of the drafts, and as long as, you know, they don't get wet. But goats don't like water, so keeping them dry is very easy. Keeping them out of the wind, you just want to make sure that you're keeping them out of the wind and that you have a good roof over their head. So that's why we redid this roof, is because we don't want any more leaking water, because that was one of our other problems, is we were getting a lot of water leaking into the barn. Just a quick recap on who is who. This one is Fiona. She is the mother of our white buck Jethro. This one is Freya. She is the twin sister of this one right here, Lagatha. And then Lagatha's daughter is Harley Quinn. And yeah. So here, I don't actually 100% know when we're going to be breeding, because we are kind of waiting to see when we can get a hold of another buck. But 2 of these ladies will be bred to our white buck Jethro. And then the other 2 are the ones that I have to figure something out, because I had kind of, back in July, had made contact with somebody who wanted to rent out his Kiko buck. But he never did any of the blood tests for CAE and CL or anything like that. So I don't want to risk it. I don't want to be like, oh, well, he's been acting healthy, bring him over. Because I just had a friend who grabbed a buck from who she thought was a reputable source last year. And then 15 of her goats tested positive for CL. And I'm not going to risk that. These girls have been a closed herd for almost the entire time I've had them. The only buck that has come to my property was a clean tested buck. So I think after this breeding season, I'm gonna try to figure out getting some blood samples drawn and sent off to a lab just to double check everything. Obviously nobody is showing any signs or illness. With my friend, it just all of a sudden happened. She has like a dairy herd and she crossed with boar, and then that's the first time in 20 years she's ever had a problem with CL. But she's kind of an older farmer on that. And so she just kind of was like, oh, well, if they look healthy and they act healthy, they're healthy. And so I think she's going off of that. When there was an underlying issue with the buck, I think that she brought in, and he spread CL to her girls. So I don't want that to happen. So I'm trying to be cautious when it comes to bringing a buck here. We did reduce down from 6 adult does to only 4 adult does, because we had 14 kids born last year, which is awesome. But I also still work full-time, so juggling 14 new baby goats and everything, I just felt like that was a lot for me. And so we went back down to 4 adults just to try to ease that like load on myself. And then maybe one day we'll have a bigger herd when I can you know, give that more time. But obviously animals are very important, and I'm not going to let them suffer or get neglected or not get what they need or have the me time that they need just because I'm busy. So I sent them to other farms with their kids. So Astrid, you saw that video earlier. She went with her two girl kids. And then Lucy, she also went with her girl kid, but she also went with a bunch of other girls as well because they were starting their herd up. And then that gives them an adult that's ready to breed right away, and then kids that they can breed as soon as they get to weight or as soon as they are a year old. So we always breed to, like, it's basically over a year because it's their first year we don't breed them, but then their second season we breed them. But I have had goats get bred early or unexpected. So as long as they're like about 100 pounds when they get bred, usually they're okay. But the biggest concern is if they don't grow and develop enough, carrying that baby and giving birth is going to be really hard on them, especially if they're small. Because can you think about, like, you know, a full-size kid in a mom that doesn't have the developed like hips and pelvic to be able to birth that kid, you can have a lot of problems. Same goes for, you never should cross a standard breed goat over a miniature girl, like a doe. You can do it the other way around, where you have the miniature boy over a standard breed girl, but never where the father is the larger of the two, because that also will cause you to have way bigger kids than that female's physical characteristics can birth. So anyways, that's just a little kind of quick, short, simple chat sesh just to update you guys on our plans going forward, what breeding season. It's been a little bit since we've done like a goat video, so I just thought I'd catch anyone up to date that's interested in watching the ground for kids, because if we breed here in November, we will be expecting our kids in April. So always stay tuned for those videos because they're always a lot of fun. They are very popular, but also, I don't know, like, it's just like, it's nice to, like, this is how I learned how to do this. I watched a lot of videos because I don't have anybody in my life that I can get hands-on experience. And so watching these videos, and I try not to leave anything out, like obviously the good and the bad, because it's all such useful information for people that are learning, getting going. And this is how I learned. I watched those videos that were in depth, and those videos that had all of the stuff just right out there, and kind of was able to, like, make those determinations of what I wanted to do or try, or this, that, and the other. There is a person, I always call her my goat mentor. I don't have her in person. She's actually a mentor online, so I can always turn to her for advice and help if I need to, but she is not somebody physical here present for help. So when I need actual physical help on the farm, I do have to rely on my own knowledge and the resources around me. And how I got to that awesome point in learning my goat journey was videos and help from the goat community online and through YouTube. So hopefully our videos can help other people, maybe be enjoyable. I always think it's kind of fun to see the new life coming in. So baby goats being born on the farm, it's just fun to see that next generation just get going, and hopefully each generation, you know, strive for better quality, better genetics, and better goats. So thanks for coming with us on this video. We will see you next time.